my name is Paul Wilson Jr., Area Director of the UGA Small Business Development Center at Georgia State University, and this is your business tip of the week. It's normal in the life cycle of every business that you're going to experience some highs and lows. It's just that in some situations, the highs can get really high, but in other situations, the lows get really low. And it's in those times that you as a business owner has to make some critical and necessary decisions. In the book Lean Startup, I like how Eric Ries puts it. It's the intersection between, do I make a decision to persevere or to pivot, right? Persevering means I just plow ahead, weather the storm with the expectation that this time shall pass and I'll be able to get on the other side of this obstacle and we keep moving forward as we've already been operating. The decision to pivot, though, is, you know what, I have to change. I may have to change my business model. I may have to change my strategy. I may have to change the type of talent that I recruit and utilize. Maybe I have to change my products and services, right? And neither decision is easy, and both decisions are going to involve some pain, also some uncertainty. But I believe there are some indicators that you can utilize as you kind of make that decision whether to persevere or pivot. So I want to just offer you 3 considerations as you may be standing at this crossroads of persevere versus pivot. Number 1 is demand. Is your product or service still going to be required or desired, important, critical, or necessary to your customer base? And really, you should be doing demand analysis on an ongoing basis, but it's very important right now for you to kind of stand back and evaluate, again, what you're selling. Are people going to be willing to buy it now, but also into the future? Number 2 is delivery. How do you get your products and services to your customer, right? Is it in person? Is it online? Is it virtual? Is it mobile? And is there going to be something potentially in the future that's either going to prevent or enhance your ability to continue in the same delivery model, or are you going to have to shift and do something different than what you may have done in the past? This is a very critical decision connected to that persevere versus pivot crossroads, because again, the market conditions may change, as well as maybe your ability as a company may shift related to how you get that product and service to your customer. And number 3 is diversification. And this really kind of covers a lot of different areas, but a couple I'll just hit on quickly is your product and services. Can you keep them exactly the same? Or maybe do you need to add some enhancements to them? Or do you need to go shift in a completely different direction in terms of what you're offering? And you may have some transferable talent, skills, and abilities to actually stop what you're doing today and maybe do something different going forward in the future. That may be part of that diversification decision. Another thing around diversification may be actually your customer base. Do you need to actually change who you're selling to, right? And this may kind of goes back to demand too, right? Because again, if the demand decreases potentially in who you're selling to now, but it may be increasing it with a different customer base, that could be part of that decision from that standpoint. So just to summarize quickly, right, we have demand, delivery, and diversification. 3 critical considerations as you look at whether or not you should persevere or pivot. And you may be thinking, how do I actually go through this process and just figure this stuff out? Fortunately, there's a resource here with the Small Business Development Center where we can actually help you walk through that process, look at your business model, look at the assets and resources that you have, and analyze and assess and evaluate the marketplace, and then help you determine which direction you should go. But definitely, you don't have to be fearful or intimidated by this process, because there are resources out here to help you with that. And that's your business tip of the week.